Welcome to the Daily Economy 24/7. Today's episode is something special. For the first time, we're bringing together all 4 chapters of the sky economy, a deep, cinematic journey into one of the most fragile, fascinating, and misunderstood industries in the world, aviation. Across these 4 parts, we explore the pressure inside the airline business, the strain on the workforce, the global surge in international travel, and the hidden world of loyalty programs that quietly keep the entire system alive. This is the full story, from the cockpit to the control tower, from the terminal to the tarmac, from the global runway to the emotional psychology of loyalty. So settle in. Take a breath. And let's step into the sky together. Airlines feel big. They feel powerful. They feel permanent. But the truth is the opposite. The airline industry is one of the most financially fragile sectors in the entire economy. In 2025, global airlines generated $964 billion in revenue, but net profit margins were only 2.7%. US carriers averaged just 1.8%, meaning they made less than 2 cents on every dollar. Fuel costs rose 14% year over year. Labor costs rose 11%. Maintenance costs rose 9%. Airlines don't make money flying planes. They make money surviving long enough to fly another day. And yet, despite the fragility, demand keeps rising. In 2025, US passenger volume hit 912 million travelers, the highest since 2019. People want to fly. But airlines struggle to keep up. Ask anyone in an airport what they think of airfare, and you'll hear the same thing: it's too expensive. But airfare is complicated. In 2025, the average domestic round-trip ticket cost $378, up from $346 in 2023, but still below the inflation-adjusted average of the early 2000s. So why does it feel more expensive? Because everything around the ticket has gone up. Baggage fees have risen 22% since 2019. Seat selection fees are up 31%. Food and beverage prices are up 18%. Holiday travel costs rose between 9 and 14% depending on the route. Airlines aren't raising fares as much as they're raising everything else. Ancillary revenue, the industry term for fees, hit $117 billion globally in 2025. Airlines don't make money on tickets. They make money on everything around the ticket. But the biggest storm brewing in the airline industry isn't about fares. It's about people, specifically, the people in the cockpit. The US is facing a historic pilot shortage. In 2025, the country was short 17,000 pilots. Regional airlines cancelled 9% of scheduled flights due to staffing. Training costs for new pilots averaged $92,000. The average age of a US pilot was 47. Mandatory retirement at 65 is approaching for thousands. And it's not just pilots. Airlines face shortages in air traffic controllers, aircraft mechanics, ground crew, and customer service agents. The aviation workforce is stretched thin, and passengers feel it. More delays. More cancellations? More operational chaos. More strain on the people who keep the sky moving. And while legacy carriers fight staffing shortages, a different force is reshaping the industry from below: the rise of ultra-low-cost carriers. Spirit, Frontier, Allegiant, Breeze. Love them or hate them, ULCCs are changing the economics of flying. In 2025, they captured 12.4% of US market share. Their average fare was 42% lower than legacy carriers, but their fee revenue per passenger was 68% higher. ULCCs don't sell flights. They sell options. Want a seat? Want a bag? Want to board early? Want water? Everything is a line item. And yet millions choose them, because for many families, price matters more than comfort. ULCCs are the dollar stores of the sky, and they're not going anywhere. So what does 2026 look like for the airline industry? The data points to a year of cautious growth. Passenger demand is expected to rise 3.8%. Fuel prices are projected to stabilize. Pilot shortages are expected to worsen before they improve. ULCCs will expand aggressively. Legacy carriers will cut underperforming routes. International travel is expected to grow between 6 and 8%. But the biggest shift is simple: airlines will focus on reliability. After years of cancellations, delays, staffing shortages, and operational chaos, carriers know the truth: passengers don't just want cheap flights. They want flights that work. 2026 will be the year airlines try to rebuild trust, one on-time departure at a time. The airline industry is a paradox. It's fragile, yet essential. It's expensive, yet underpriced. It's chaotic, yet deeply coordinated. It's frustrating, yet magical. Airlines don't just move people. They move economies. They move families. They move dreams. And in 2026, as the world keeps shifting, the sky will remain one of the most important, and unpredictable, frontiers in the global economy. This is the sky economy. And the story is just beginning. Flying looks effortless from the cabin. You sit down, buckle in, watch the runway slide beneath you, and feel the lift as the plane rises into the sky. But beneath that smooth ascent lies an industry under pressure, an industry stretched thin, pushed hard, and held together by people who are doing everything they can to keep the system moving. Part 2 of the sky economy takes us below the clouds, into the workforce, the operations, the infrastructure, and the emotional reality of flying in 2026. Because the truth is simple: the airline industry doesn't run on planes. It runs on people. And those people are exhausted. In 2026, the aviation workforce is facing one of the most intense periods in its history. The pilot shortage is only the beginning. The US is short 17,000 pilots. The average pilot is 47 years old. Mandatory retirement at 65 is approaching for thousands. Regional airlines cancelled 9% of flights in 2025 due to staffing. Training costs for new pilots average $92,000. But the strain goes far beyond the cockpit. Air traffic control is in crisis. The FAA reported a shortage of 3,000 controllers, with nearly 20% of existing staff working 6-day weeks. Some towers are operating at 60% of required staffing. Delays ripple across the country because one controller in one tower is covering 2 positions. Mechanics are stretched thin too. The US is short 12,000 certified aircraft technicians, and retirements are outpacing new certifications by nearly 3 to 1. Ground crews, the people who load bags, guide planes, fuel aircraft, and keep airports running, are facing turnover rates above 30%. The aviation system is a miracle of coordination. But miracles require people. And those people are tired. When the aviation workforce is stretched, the entire system becomes fragile. In 2025, 21% of US flights were delayed and 2.3% were cancelled. Weather accounted for only 17% of delays. Staffing and operational issues accounted for more than half. A single delay in Atlanta can ripple into Chicago, then Denver, then Seattle. A shortage of controllers in New York can slow flights across the entire East Coast. A maintenance delay in Dallas can cascade into missed connections in Phoenix and San Diego. Passengers feel it as frustration. Airlines feel it as cost. The economy feels it as drag. In 2025, delays cost US airlines $33 billion in fuel, staffing, rebooking, and lost productivity. The system is stretched so tightly that one crack becomes a fracture. Airports are the arteries of the aviation system, but many of them were built for a different era. In 2025, US airports handled 912 million passengers, But most major terminals were designed for 600 to 700 million. TSA screened a record 2.9 million passengers in a single day. Airport construction costs rose 18% year over year. Terminal expansion timelines now average 7 to 10 years. Airports are overcrowded, understaffed, and overcapacity. Security lines stretch past food courts. Gate areas overflow. Runways operate at maximum load. Taxi times increase. Delays multiply. The aviation system is growing, but the infrastructure beneath it is aging. Flying is not just a logistical experience. It's an emotional one. In 2025, 41% of passengers said flying felt more stressful than in previous years. 33% said they felt less confident in airline reliability. 29% said they avoided certain airports due to chaos. 22% said they changed travel plans because of fear of delays. 17% said they no longer trust airlines to get them home on time. Passengers aren't just frustrated. They're anxious. And that anxiety shapes behavior. People book earlier. They pay more for direct flights. They avoid connections. They choose airlines based on reliability, not price. They build extra days into their travel plans just in case. The emotional economy of flying is becoming just as important as the financial one. Airlines know the truth. Passengers don't just want cheap flights. They want flights that work. And that's why 2026 is shaping up to be the year of reliability. Across the industry, airlines are cutting underperforming routes, adding more buffer time between flights, investing in automation and predictive maintenance, hiring aggressively even at higher wages, simplifying schedules to reduce cascading delays, and prioritizing on-time performance over rapid expansion. Because the industry has learned a hard lesson, growth means nothing if the system can't handle it. 2026 won't be a year of explosive expansion. It will be a year of stabilization, a year where airlines try to rebuild trust, one on-time departure at a time. The airline industry is a marvel, a global choreography of people, machines, timing, and trust. But beneath the clouds, beneath the glamour, beneath the convenience, lies a system under strain. Pilots are aging. Controllers are overworked. Mechanics are retiring. Ground crews are stretched thin. Airports are overcrowded. Passengers are anxious. And airlines are trying to hold it all together. Part 2 of The Sky Economy reveals the truth. Flying isn't just about the sky. It's about the ground, the people, the pressure, the infrastructure, the emotion. And in 2026, the future of aviation won't be defined by new planes or new routes. It will be defined by whether the industry can rebuild the foundation beneath the clouds. There's something different about international travel. It's not just distance. It's not just time zones. It's not just the long flights, the passport stamps, or the unfamiliar languages. International travel carries a feeling, a sense of scale, of possibility, of stepping into a world bigger than your own. And in 2026, that world is changing fast. Part 3 of The Sky Economy takes us across oceans, across borders, and into the global surge that's redefining aviation. Because while domestic travel is stabilizing, international travel is exploding, reshaping airlines, economies, and the way people move through the world. The global runway is open. And the world is boarding. International travel has roared back with a force few economists predicted. In 2025, global passenger volume reached 4.6 billion, just shy of pre-pandemic highs, but international travel grew faster than domestic for the first time in over a decade. Long-haul demand rose 11%. Transatlantic routes grew 9%. Trans-Pacific travel surged 14%. And US passport issuance hit a record 24.6 million, the highest in American history. People aren't just traveling again. They're traveling farther. and airlines are racing to keep up. In 2025, US carriers added more than 47 new international routes. Delta expanded into Munich, Naples, and Tahiti. United added flights to Manila, Christchurch, and Cape Town. American increased service to Tokyo, Rio, and Copenhagen. Even low-cost carriers joined the race, with North Atlantic, Play, and French offering fares that undercut legacy airlines by 30 to 50%. The world is opening, and airlines want a piece of it. But the surge in international travel isn't just about wanderlust. It's about economics. International routes are the crown jewels of aviation. A single long-haul flight can generate the same profit as 10 domestic flights. Premium cabins, business, first, premium economy, account for less than 20% of seats but more than 50% of revenue. Cargo demand on long-haul routes rose 7% in 2025, adding billions in high-margin revenue. International flying is where airlines make real money. And in 2026, they need it more than ever. Domestic margins are thin. Operational costs are rising. Staffing shortages are squeezing schedules. Fuel volatility is unpredictable. International travel is the pressure valve, the place where airlines can breathe. But the global surge comes with global strain. Airports like London Heathrow, Dubai, Singapore Changi, and Tokyo Haneda are operating at near maximum capacity. European air traffic control delays rose 18% in 2025. Asia-Pacific hubs are still rebuilding staffing levels. US customs wait times increased 22% year-over-year. And long-haul aircraft, especially the Boeing 787 and Airbus A350, are in such high demand that delivery slots are booked into 2030. The world wants to fly. But the infrastructure is struggling to keep up. And passengers feel it. In 2025, 37% of international travelers reported significant stress during their journey. 29% said they experienced delays of more than 3 hours. 17% missed a connection. And 12% lost or delayed a bag, the highest rate in a decade. International travel is booming. But it's also breaking. Yet despite the chaos, the demand keeps rising, because international travel is emotional. It's reunions. It's heritage. It's adventure. It's opportunity. It's the feeling of stepping into a place you've only seen in pictures. In 2025, 61% of Americans said international travel was one of their top life priorities. 43% said they planned to travel abroad in 2026. And among Gen Z, international travel ranked higher than homeownership as a long-term goal. The world is shrinking, not because of technology, but because of desire. People want to see more, experience more, understand more. And airlines are the bridge. As 2026 unfolds, international travel will reshape the industry in profound ways. Airlines will shift more aircraft to long-haul routes. Premium cabins will expand. Low-cost, transatlantic carriers will grow aggressively. Asia-Pacific travel will surge as China, Japan, and South Korea return to full capacity. And global tourism will become one of the strongest engines of the world economy. International travel isn't just back. It's becoming the center of aviation. And the future of the airline industry, its profits, its strategy, its identity, will be written not in domestic skies, but across oceans. There's a moment in every airport when you see it, the frosted glass doors of the airline lounge sliding open, the priority boarding lane filling with passengers, the gold and platinum tags hanging from carry-ons like badges of honor. Loyalty is visible. It's emotional. It's aspirational. And in 2026, it's more powerful than ever. Part 4 of the Sky Economy takes us into the world behind those doors, the world of airline loyalty programs, the hidden economy of miles, and the financial engine that keeps airlines alive even when the skies get rough. Because loyalty programs aren't side businesses. They're the backbone of modern aviation. And the numbers prove it. In 2025, US airline loyalty programs generated more than $33 billion in revenue. Delta's Sky Miles program alone was valued at $28 billion, more than the airline itself. American's Advantage program was valued at $24 billion. United's Mileage Plus was valued at $22 billion. These programs are worth more than the fleets, the gates, the routes, and in some cases, the airline's entire market capitalization. Airlines don't just fly passengers. They mint currency. Miles are money, and in 2026, they're one of the most profitable currencies in the world. Banks buy billions of dollars worth of miles every year. Credit card companies pay airlines to issue co-branded cards. Consumers earn miles without ever stepping foot on a plane. And airlines redeem only a fraction of the miles they sell. In 2025, more than 70% of all miles were earned on the ground, through credit cards, shopping portals, dining programs, and partnerships. Only 30% came from flying. The loyalty economy is bigger than the flight economy. And that's why airlines protect it fiercely. But loyalty programs aren't just financial engines. They're psychological engines. They tap into something deep, the desire for status, recognition, and belonging. In 2025, 41% of frequent travelers said airline status made them feel valued. 36% said it made travel less stressful. 29% said it made them more loyal than they intended to be. And 18% admitted they flew extra segments just to maintain status. Airlines don't just reward loyalty. They shape behavior. And the emotional pull is powerful. The promise of upgrades. The early boarding. The lounge access. The dedicated phone line. The feeling of being seen in a system that often feels chaotic. Loyalty programs turn travel into identity. They turn passengers into members. They turn miles into motivation. But the loyalty world is shifting fast. In 2025, airlines tightened qualification rules. Delta raised thresholds for medallion status by as much as 40%. American shifted fully to loyalty points, making credit card spending more valuable than flying. United increased requirements for premier status, and reduced upgrade availability. These changes sparked backlash, but they also revealed the truth: demand for status is higher than supply. Airlines aren't shrinking loyalty. They're monetizing it. And passengers are adapting. In 2025, co-branded airline credit card spending rose 17%. Premium card enrollment increased 11%. Lounge visits hit record highs, so high that Delta, United, and American all implemented access restrictions to control overcrowding. Loyalty is booming. But it's also becoming more exclusive. The loyalty economy is evolving into a tiered society, a hierarchy of access, benefits, and recognition. And passengers feel it. Some chase status harder. Some shift to flexible points programs. Some abandon loyalty altogether. But most, especially frequent travelers, stay in the game. Because the emotional pull is too strong. The perks are too real. And the system is too rewarding to walk away from. As 2026 unfolds, loyalty programs will become even more central to airline strategy. Airlines will rely on loyalty revenue to offset operational volatility. They'll deepen partnerships with banks. They'll expand premium credit card offerings. They'll invest in lounges, grades, and elite benefits. And they'll continue tightening qualification rules, not to punish travelers, but to protect the value of status. Because loyalty is a currency. And scarcity increases value. The future of aviation won't be defined only by planes, routes, or technology. It will be defined by loyalty, by the emotional and financial ties between airlines and the passengers who choose them. Loyalty programs are no longer perks. They're ecosystems. They're economies. They're the invisible infrastructure that keeps airlines profitable, passengers engaged, and the entire system afloat. Part 4 of The Sky Economy reveals the truth: airlines don't just compete for passengers. They compete for loyalty. And in 2026, loyalty is the most valuable asset in the sky. Thank you for taking this journey with me, through the turbulence, the triumphs, the pressure, and the possibility of the aviation world. Across these 4 parts, we've seen the fragility of airlines, the exhaustion of the workforce, the surge of international travel, and the billion-dollar engine of loyalty programs that keeps the industry afloat. We've seen how the sky connects economies, families, cultures, and dreams. And we've seen how aviation is held together not just by aircraft and schedules, but by people, pilots, controllers, mechanics, ground crews, and travelers who carry their own hopes and anxieties through every airport they pass. The sky is more than a place we fly through. It's a reflection of who we are, our ambition, our movement, our desire to explore, to connect, to return home. If this series opened your eyes or gave you a new way to see the world above us, make sure you follow the show, share this with someone who loves aviation, and tell me what resonated with you. Your voice shapes where we go next. This is the Daily Economy 24/7, and the story continues.